Hello, this is Dr. Michael Rothman, and in this video I want to talk about low carbohydrate diets and how they may be advantageous for you if you try to lose weight. So there are many dietary choices out there, and low carb diets have been around for a good 40 years or so, popularized by the late Dr. Robert Atkins. Now, some low carb diets have gotten some criticism from the mainstream. A lot of this criticism is actually unfounded. But I can tell you that I've used low carb diets in my practice for over 10 years, and they are very useful for helping people lose weight. The criticism of the low carb diet is that, well, you're going to be eating these fats, and these fats are bad for you. Well, the notion that saturated fat and the notion that cholesterol are bad for us is actually not true. This was made up by the food companies and perpetuated by the drug companies, initially to sell margarine, later to sell drugs. But saturated fat is vitally important to your health. If you look at what breast milk is made out of, for example, breast milk, which we can assume is good for human babies, is mostly saturated fat and cholesterol. And so if we can assume that breast milk is good for human infants, we can probably extrapolate that and assume that saturated fat and cholesterol is good for human beings as well. All of your hormones, your sex hormones, your adrenocortical hormones are made from cholesterol. So the advantage of the low carb diet is that it helps lower insulin levels. It keeps your blood sugar stable. The fat in there keeps you from getting hungry, so you're not starving yourself. And in fact, the Atkins type diet, there's no caloric restriction whatsoever. You basically eat as much as you want. The only thing is you have to really restrict your carbs, meaning that you can't eat bread and pasta and beans and rice, fruit, starchy vegetables. These are all not allowed in the diet. So you may crave certain foods, but you certainly won't be hungry on this type of a diet. Now, one of the shortcomings of the original Atkins diet is that Dr. Atkins really did not distinguish between the like eating fried foods, cured meat, and these sort of things. I don't recommend these things. I'll put patients on a low carb diet, but I'll make sure that they don't overcook their meat, microwave the meat, stay away from cured meat, meaning the meat that has the nitrates and the nitrites in them, things like bacon and hot dogs. Now, you can eat bacon or hot dogs, but get them nitrate free. So this is a very good diet for many, many people. There are a handful of people that don't do well on this very, very low carb diet, but these people are more the exception than the rule. So if you do want to lose weight, I highly recommend that you start off with a low carb diet and see how you do. Drink only water. Eat only low starch vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, tomatoes, string beans, etc. Stay away from the starchy vegetables like potatoes and carrots. So you eat your low starch vegetables, and then you eat as much meat or fish or eggs or cheese as you want. And you'd be surprised how you're not hungry and how quickly you can lose weight. So this one I give a thumbs up to. I hope this video is helpful to you. Have a great day.